Hello and welcome to the Home Park View. We're going to discuss the upcoming game with Forest Green at Plymouth Argyle, which we will be going to. Okay, so we'll deal with Barnsley first. Al, what did you make of the Barnsley game? You got a chance to watch it? In fact, let me just give you a little lowdown first, and then you can give me your thoughts on it. Right. So at half time it was 0-0, and prior to that, Argyle had weirdly had 60% of the possession in the first half, and they had 5 goal attempts, but none of them were on target. But Barnsley did have a goal disallowed in the 3rd minute. And then they didn't have too many clear-cut chances after that. In the second half, though, it was somewhat different. Apart from the first 10 seconds when Ryan Hardy got clean through a one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and somehow the goalkeeper managed to get it out from his feet. But then Barnsley scored the first goal, and then they got the second goal, and then late on they got the 3rd goal, and it ended up full-time Barnsley 3, and that was by immense pressure really from Barnsley. You look by far the better team in the second half, unfortunately for Plymouth, but there you go. So you've had the chance to have a little look at the highlights and whatnot there, Elliot. What did you make of it?
Yeah, man, it's a shame. Argyle have been second half warriors in the last few games. They've come out a different breed in the second half, and I didn't see that this time. It's a real shame. And if I have to say, compliments to the other team, there were 3 good goals, I guess. But at the same time, looking at Argyle, there were 3 goals that should have been saved, but just let it slip. I just thought they were childlike mistakes, Sunday league mistakes. He should have been saving them all day.
I feel like you're giving Callum Burton a bit of stick here. You're not rating him now, or what?
No, not at all, not at all. I mean, even we're at the Derby game, and even then, I wanted Cooper back. He's just not cutting it. It's a real shame. It's a real shame because he's put in some good performances, but I just think it's been outweighed by the absolute crock.
I thought he was going to be all right. I really did. But, now, after however many games since he's been in, it's beginning to tell, isn't it? I mean, Argyle are on the slide a little bit there. There only seems to be one real reason for that. And that is the goalkeeping change. You have to sort of look at that.
I mean, it's harsh to put it all on Burton. It really is, because obviously there was defensive errors and everything that led up to it as well. But I mean, he's the guy between the sticks. He should be stopping those goals. All 3 of them, I feel like he could have stopped them.
Yeah.
It's a real shame. But as you mentioned as well, I mean, the ball coming clear through for Hardy. Anybody else, you put him on that ball and they're taking that opportunity. It's just not our game. It was not our game at all.
It was a really bad day, wasn't it? At the end of the day, I mean, not only for the result 3-0, but the fact that Ipswich Town won as well, and also Barnsley beating Plymouth 3-0 puts them that bit closer. It's a scary time, and Plymouth don't need to be faltering at this moment. They need to sort their shit out and get on with it.
Yeah, everything that could have gone against them did, and it's that's the game. That's why we love it. These things happen. Sometimes it goes for you, and unfortunately, it's just toppled against us this time.
Yeah, that's it. It's unfortunate, but so they've got an opportunity then this Saturday with a home match against bottom of the league Forest Green Rovers. So have you had a chance to have a look at them? What have you made of them?
I've not had a look at Forest Green. I see where they are in the league. On paper, that tells me all I need to know. But Argyle's performances recently, I know we won against Derby, but we went 1-0 down first, and we didn't show up for the second half. So Forest Green have got nothing to lose, and it's that kind of a team that could cause us problems. They could really show up and upset us because I'm looking. They've got nothing to lose. They're just going to.
Let me share then the screen with you. All right, so I'm going to share this now for everybody. Okay, so I've shared the screen, with you there, Al, and you can see Forest Green there. I think they're right at the bottom of the league, and I mean, look at their sort of stats so far: lost 2, drawn, and then lost 2, and they're bottom of the league for a reason. Let's face it, that is pretty bad.
5 wins all season. That's rough going.
It's not good.
It's got to be some kind of record, right?
And they're only on 23 points. So you've got to say that has to be a Plymouth Argyle win. I mean, let's have a look at their last results here. There you go. There's the match on Saturday. But prior to that, Bristol Rovers beat them at the home ground 3-1, and Accrington Stanley beat them 2-1, and Lincoln City drew 1-1, and then Ipswich Town, who we know are good, beat them 4-0.
Well, that's the one we're going to focus on there, really, isn't it? Ipswich. If Ipswich are walking away with a 4-0 win, then we've got to be doing the exact same thing, because we've got to keep that gap.
That's it. It's we need to give them a proper trouncing, and it's at home. It's at, we've got the crowd behind us and all the rest of it, and especially after that bit of a trouncing that we've had from Barnsley, who I will show you actually. Barnsley, let's just get that in there. You look at their last few games. I mean, they're absolutely streaking it. Well, there's the 3-0 with Plymouth, but they beat Portsmouth 1-0, 3-1, sorry, and then Barnsley beat Derby County and Cheltenham 4-1 and 4-0 respectively, and then Port Vale 3-1. So they're absolutely flying. And again,
you got to give respect there, because we came out with a 2-1 win against Derby, but that was hard fought. We slogged it out. That was so. To come out 4-1 against them is
Barnsley trounced Derby 4-1, so they're a good team. They may be a bit late getting their groove together, but they're definitely a good team. So something to watch there. But let's have a look at the league here, and you look at this top sort of 5 there, and there's only Plymouth with losses in there, and that's quite scary. They're drawn, a loss, and then 2 wins and a loss. It's a really bad time to be slipping it. I mean, they're only 2 points. Ipswich only 2 points behind that, and then there's quite a way back to Barnsley. But nonetheless, can't afford any more slip-ups. But you've got Forest Green at the bottom of the table. This is the perfect opportunity for Plymouth Argyle to get it back together and sort it out. I definitely. It's a perfect opportunity for Plymouth Argyle to get back on track. It's the bottom of the league. They haven't won. They just haven't won in the last 5 games at all. Yeah. And you couldn't have asked for a better side to come up against to get to sort yourself out really against a home game as well. It's got to be a win. I
would have said taking points from Derby should have been that. I really would have thought that was a turning point, because it's a tough team. We needed those points. We got those points. So to not show up at all in the last game was very disappointing. And on paper, you've got to say that we're going to take it. But like I said, they could be a bogey team. They've got nothing to lose. So we still have to show up. It's not a given. We've still got to work for it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's been unfortunate timing with Argyle.
Look what happened to Fleetwood. I had that down all day as an absolute banker for Plymouth Argyle, and then they go and get a 0-0 draw, and it's just the dullest game you've ever seen, and it should have been an absolute win. But so there's definitely no guarantees in this. Forest Green are not going to just be walkovers. They're in that league, because they're better than the league below it, but only just. So they are going to put up a fight. They can't look at that table and be happy with that. They haven't won a game in the last 5. But all said and done, Plymouth are second. They're far better than Forest Green, and they should be winning this. But it should be a Plymouth win. Come on. If they're not winning there, then who knows?
On paper, all day, yeah. But nothing's a given, especially not in this league, not in this fucking season. Apparently, nothing's a given.
But we're there on Saturday. We're going to round this up now, Elliot. Okay, that'll be my dinner being called for there. So thank you for all those who are watching. Please like and subscribe. We'll be at the match on Saturday, and there'll be a match report there as well. So please look out for that. Thank you very much for watching along with us. Cheers.
Yeah. Good on.